Hey, y'all, and welcome to day 33 of the third annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage and the longest running poker space. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, and I'll be your host this morning. And joining me this morning thus far, three of my co hosts for the summer Asimov, ASG, and Karen Chess. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. By the way, love you, Karen. I just saw that picture.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
I'm not.
Don't get
I'm just telling
ahead
her
of
I love her. I'm just telling her
yourself.
I love her. That's
I'm
all.
going to tell the story without
Hold
naming
on.
names,
Hold
if
on.
Sherry allows it
Yeah,
in the space.
let's get some of this shit out of the way
Okay.
first. Uh, as you guys always try to beat it to the punchline. You just want to be first. Like, hold off, people. Hold off. Hey, Exec Deck. Glad you're joining us this morning. We got to take care of a few things. Then we'll get down to the latest chess move. Let me get Dana up here as well. Many thanks to my sponsor, Elevator Results. If you need a tailor-made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter or check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. Please be reminded that you can find the recordings of my past spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe, it's free of charge. Be reminded, we always try to give out the most updated and accurate information possible, but we are human and information changes often, as everybody knows. So please double check any information we provide to ensure yourself the best experience possible. And please correct us when we're wrong so we can make sure we're getting out the correct information for everybody's benefit. Be reminded the Go Rush Lounge, the WPT Go Rush Lounge, I believe is still located in Old Red on the third floor. Thursday through Sunday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. are their operating hours. The Poker Legends Lounge is open from now through July 11th. It opens at 10 a.m. It's a marvelous place to be. And I'm just going to touch on that for a minute before I move on. When I went to the lounge the first day. Um, it wasn't the first. I don't know if it was the first day they opened, but the first time I had went there this year, they approached me and offered me the use of their live podcast lounge or setup studio, that I could actually do some interviews on camera. And so yesterday, I hinted to it yesterday that I was doing just that and interviewing Sara O'Connor yesterday in that studio. And I'm going to tell you, I've done radio show and I've done this, which is a type, in my opinion, a type of radio show, right? Because we're not on camera. Well, now I got to get ready. I actually have to do my hair and, put lipstick on and, find an outfit. I think I tried on 7 different outfits because I'm living out of a suitcase. So I'm not prepared for, having outfits for on camera. But anyway, tried on about 7 different outfits yesterday morning. Finally came up with a pretty blue blouse that I own. And anyway, away we went to the poker.org studio set up, and so they just sent me that film this morning or late last night. I didn't check the timestamp. So hopefully in the next day or two we'll get that released. I may have to hire someone or get somebody to volunteer, hint hint Dana, to maybe help edit if that thing needs to be edited, so we can get it out. And just to let another cat out of the bag, I have some other interviews I'm trying to line up. And the one that is set in stone right now is Isaac and the Green Visor Gang. I'm going to interview them on June 30th and maybe get a little interview promo that they can use to promote their Green Visor Gang in the future. So, looking forward to it. Sara and I had a lot of fun. It was a little nerve wracking, because, again, there's a lot of things you have to do when you're on camera that you don't have to do when you're on the radio, so to speak. So, anyway, it was a great time. I was very um, touch that they even offered it to me. Definitely made me feel good that my work over the last 2 years in spaces, as well as the last probably 6 or 7 years in the world of poker, has not gone unnoticed. So it definitely was a warm and fuzzy for sure. Hopefully, I'll get to do a few more before I have to leave. And yeah, so fun times at the poker.org lounge and studio. I appreciate them very much. Craig and Will and everybody that helped us yesterday, appreciate you. So moving right along, I also ran into Baby Shark yesterday. And it was hilarious because she saw me and came running, cheering. I said yes. And of course, we had to take some fun pictures that I'm sure most of you, if not all, have already seen on Twitter. Us goofing around and having some fun with the recent headlines as far as she's concerned. And she's taken it in stride, right? And it was quite fun. We had some fun with it for sure. Um, yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun. Okay, moving right along. I did a poll the other day. I want to get this checked off the list so I don't have to keep remembering every day that I need to talk about it. I did a poll the other day asking, do you enjoy playing in ladies' events? There were a total of 39 votes, which kind of tells me that people really just don't care. They really just don't care either way. Um, the answers were the from were 44%. So I'm sure a lot of those were my gentlemen. Horrible, 15%. Yes, 26%, and no, 15%. And I do know that at least one of those yeses was Kush because he was trolling Sean Deep with it. So, anyway, that was the poll I ran the other day. Now, excuse me, we're going to move on to the hot topic because I'm sure that's why some of the folks in the anonymous listeners are here this morning. But the other day, Karen Chess was going shark hunting. This morning, she's going scum hunting, and she made a surprise chess move this morning. And I'm telling you, I just laughed out loud because bold steps. So, Karen Chess, you want to tell it? Wait, before we go there, Isaac, go ahead.
I just want to say that picture with the baby shark should be your PFP moving forward. Uh, the
Which
one where
one?
you're
Me
choking her,
choking
yeah,
her?
that shit right there, man, just legendary.
I said to her, "Come here, let's troll. Let's make a troll photo." And when I put my hands around her neck, she just busted out laughing. And honestly, we were both laughing, and it took everything I could just like stop my smiling so we could take the picture. And I probably should post all of those pictures, like the chain of those pictures, because I'm just laughing. Like I have this huge smile, and Blue was actually taking the picture, and she was like, "You've got to stop laughing and smiling, otherwise this doesn't, it doesn't work." And so it was
Oh,
fun.
dope! You got
It
with Blue
definitely was fun.
yesterday? Hell yeah!
Had some lunch. We went out for pizza yesterday. So, yep, spent about a good hour and a half with, well, maybe even 2 hours with her because we sat in the poker.org lounge for probably half an hour or so before we headed for pizza. But yeah, and that was a great visit for sure. Always a delight. And she's looking forward to you guys coming into town and spending time. I told her we would definitely go over to South Point for that 10 p.m. tournament. She is all about it.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Our, Oh, hell yeah. Okay, Karen Chess. This was a bold chess move this morning. Tell us what took place.
Okay. So here's the story behind the photo that I posted. I'm not going to name names, but a friend of mine sent me a photo and of Vertucci. She said, just saw Vertucci at Aria, and I could I didn't think it was the best quality photo. I'm like, can you take another one? I couldn't really see, and that's when the picture that I posted, my friend got a better shot, and Stephanie and Omar and Bertucci were in the photo. Now, I did not immediately recognize that it was Omar. I was mainly trying to figure out, is that Stephanie? And she's DMing me right now. She's not happy I posted photo, but it's nothing against her at all. But anyway, um, the I showed the picture in my group chat. We're laughing. Look at the scumbags or scumbag Bertucci talking to Stephanie. Then one of my group chat members said, "Oh my God, that's Omar."
Yahtzee! Karen stumbled onto something she never even knew she
Wasn't even
knew.
trying to get a picture of Omar. Didn't even know it was Omar once I had it. I was mainly focused on the fact it was just funny. Bertucci was over there, out and about. I do wish Stephanie, it's her business who she hangs out with, but you know, I do wish she would value herself more than she does by letting these men say ugly things to her and kick her around. But whatever's, that's her business. Um, anyway, when I found out it was Omar, of course I'm laughing like, oh my God. Then this morning, Omar started a space and it said something about Bertucci. So now, of course, I am being nosy because I'm like, oh, maybe they're meeting about his podcast. So I clicked to go in Omar's space, which I do occasionally, even though I swore I never would. But I really don't on a regular basis. But I would say twice a week I get in there for 5 or 10 minutes because there's people in there that I like. Well, anyway, I got in there this morning and I realized I wasn't in anonymous mode. So I got out and I went back in, but of course Omar saw me and he immediately started with his usual cutting me down. I'm old, I'm no good at poker, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. So that's why I decided to post the photo because just let everybody know that about the
Oh,
scumbag meeting. So I went ahead and posted it. And that's it.
got it. Got it. Well, yeah, honestly, I was a little surprised. I was a little surprised. And you and I have chatted in DMs, but I was a little surprised. I thought for sure Karen was just going to sit on it, and
Well, I didn't want to post
now,
it because then he'll attack me
right,
for a month and talk about how old I am, how ugly I am, talk about my husband, I guess threaten to come kill my children, whatever he does. And I didn't really want to do that. But since he was already doing it by me just coming in his space, I was like, fuck it. The dude talks about me anyway. So I just go ahead and post this scumbag pic. He wants to talk
right.
about looks. Man, we'll get some independent judges. Not that it matters, the looks. I probably got a good 8 years on Omar. I can outrun him. I look better. I'm nicer. I'm smarter. And I'm better at poker. So there you go, Omar.
There you go. You're the package. And Avi, to answer your question, is yes. And for those that noticed, Eden Rocks was in here. I booted him for the space, just from the space, just for the record. I'm the one that did it. So, yeah, go ahead. You can talk about me all day too, Eden, because we all know you need some fucking content. So there we are. Anybody else want to make any comments on the topics?
I just want to say again that Karen's a real one, and besides
Well,
that,
thank you.
and besides that, shit's just funny, yo. And I just found this other account that I never knew existed, talking mad shit about all this, right? And I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that there was a Omar's Lies account. What the fuck?
Oh, God. Where have you
Uh,
been?
I don't pay attention to the bullshit. This is why I live such a happy life.
I'm going to tell you something. You're better off not. I blocked that account long ago just because I don't want the bullshit in my life. You guys know I try to stay on the fringe of it. There are things I will look into from time to time, but other than that, like, fuck off,
I,
people.
I,
Go ahead, Dana. Oh, sorry. Go
No, no.
ahead,
All I was
Isaac.
gonna say is that I enjoy a good bout of trolling, right? So this is why I like watching all this shit, is because it's nice to see when people go hard on people that other people go hard on those people as well, right? It's all karmic. It's very karmic. I'm feeling almost like
Right.
I'm lifting off the ground right now. I'm being so enlightened.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, you know, those that live in glass houses probably shouldn't throw stones because, whose side is the truth on? Who's got the recordings? Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Dana.
Oh, I was just going to say that one of the reasons why I started popping back up into spaces recently is because all of that stuff had kind of gone by the wayside, it seemed, and I just enjoyed like the positive and that kind of thing. And it's entertaining and stuff. I will be checking out Karen's post, but um, you know, that's one of the reasons why I came back around.
Right. Well, and let me just for the sake of, forgive me, Karen, but I think it's probably necessary at this point since Dana just let us know she didn't even see it yet. So, Karen wrote a post this morning that says the following: Punting Stacks, which is Snoop. She tags him in it and says, check out this scumbag meetup at the Aria. Now we got two ugly pictures of Omar. Can't wait to see the quality programming Vitucci and Omar come up with. I'm sure the cornerstone of their programming will be calling women the see you next Tuesday word and whores. So that's what we're talking about this morning as far as this topic is concerned. And as you can tell after me reading it, why I consider it a surprise chess move. Oh, lordy, lordy. Okay, anything else on this topic? Otherwise, we're going to move on,
I
people.
think that
I'm sorry, Isaac, we
uh,
can't hear you.
I think that uh,
Well, I wouldn't have posted if he hadn't started trashing me right away. He always goes to women's looks. You know, I I look fine for my age. I don't give a fuck. If you want to compare me to other women my age and Omar to other men his age, I'm going to come out way the fuck ahead. Way.
And guess what? We don't have to compare.
No, I mean,
We
who
don't have to
cares?
compare. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
But because of that, I did go ahead and post the picture.
Right, right.
Interesting, interesting scumbag meetup. And yeah, that's it. I don't regret it.
All right. You heard it here, folks. The surprise chess move of the day. All right, you guys. I'm going to move along. Unless ASG, you got anything to add to that scenario?
No, I just thought this was space about poker stuff, and yeah, those people are unrelated to poker anymore.
I second that. That's why we're moving right along. But my co host uh, is going to get supported here. So I'm going to go over what happened at the WSOP yesterday so we can check it off our list of things to do. Event number 60. Nope, sorry. Hold on. I'm on a page with a million handwritten notes. Well, I think I'm going to post a picture of it so you guys can see how I'm trying to figure this out every morning. Because normally, when I'm at home, I have it typed up and it's easy to read. But anyway, event number 66 is the $50,000 buy-in poker players championship. There are 7 left coming into today out of 107. $5.1 million in the prize pool, 1.3 million for first place. Right now, they're all guaranteed 175,000. Micro Mizuraki is in first place as far as chip stacks are concerned, with 10 million, 10.4 million in chips. Andrew Yee has 5.3 million. Number 6, Esther Taylor has been having a fun time at that table and doing some work. I'm sorry I fell asleep. last night and didn't get to see some of the hands that I was reading some comments about this morning. And of course, Team Spacers, Ben Lamb is in seventh place right now with 1.1 million. And hopefully he can double up, triple up soon so Team Spacers can continue to earn some points today. Go ahead, Dana.
I was just gonna say I am so thrilled to see Esther killing it. Um, I haven't seen her name pop up in my feed in a very long time, but that doesn't mean she hasn't been doing the work. And
Right.
I absolutely just, she's just such positive energy. I love it. And guess where she started? Guess what game she played? Guess what was her first tournament? A ladies' tournament.
Love it.
So I'll post
Love
the
it.
article I found earlier.
I love it. And I got to see her. I went down to watch that table for a little bit, but because it's already difficult, as we touched on before, to be in the Thunderdome watching the tables that are on live broadcast because you don't see the whole cards. You can't see what they're betting. All you can see is the cards on the board. And so and it's very quiet. It's hard to hear what the players are saying at the table. Very rarely can you hear what they're saying at the table. And so you really don't know what's going on at the table. You're just, waiting for somebody to scoop in the pot, and then you're excited that it's your player that you're rooting for scooping in that pot. But and it's a game that I don't play, so it even made it worse for me to be there to watch. So I didn't stay very long, but I did get to cheer her on for a little bit, and it was fun. It's always fun and exciting to be in the Thunderdome for a final table for sure. But good luck to Esther. She's holding it down for the women. She is the second woman in history to make a final table in that event. So that is awesome. Hopefully she can take it down, but she does have some work to do for sure. A quick double up wouldn't hurt her for sure either. All right, let's move on to event number 67, which was the Gladiator. Flight 1C was yesterday. There were 6,551 runners, 204 move on, and congrats to Kieran, who finished in what place and for how much, Karen?
Uh-oh. 230 something, maybe 238, and I don't remember, 900 and something,
Some.
50 something.
Congrats.
But
Hey,
yeah,
nice work.
it came just shy of day two.
You were really close to making it today, too. Are you going to play it again today, hon?
Yeah, I'm running a little bit late, but as we're talking, I'm getting my stuff together, and I got to go grab a muffin, and then I'll jump in. I have
Oh,
decided to jump in again.
awesome. Good luck to you. I'm not playing any tournaments today because I have a 50th wedding anniversary party to attend to here in Vegas. So I'm excited about that for sure. So good luck, Karen. And of course, I'll DM you and see
Thank
how
you.
your progress is going. You bet. All right. Event number 68 was the 3K No Limit event. And there are 16 left going into today out of 2,338. $830,000 is waiting for the first place winner. And the chip leader is Fabrizio Gonzalez with 11.5 million. And Yilong Wong has 8.4 million. So good luck to those folks. Event number 69, which was the $1,500 seven-card stud event, seven-card stud high-low 8 or better event. The winner was Blas. I hate to, I'm going to just say Blas, and the last name is Zerjav. And this is his second bracelet this summer. And he takes home 153,000. He was heads up with Huckleberry Seed, who took second for 102,000, and Team Spacers member Robert Mizraki, no, yeah, Robert Mizraki took 13th for 6,900 and got some points for us, which of course we need to maintain our top 100 status. So hopefully some of our players, hint hint, Andrew Moreno are gonna do some WSOP events and get us some points. All right, on to event number 70, which was the 1K ladies event. Going into today, there are 50 out of 1,368 left. And if you remember 2 years ago, Shina Okamoto came in second. Last year, she won it. Today, she goes in as the chip leader. Will she repeat it? Good for her. She has 1.5 million in chips. Juliet Hagedis also has 1.5 million in chips. Some notables still in it to win it, my friend. And in ninth place, JJ Liu with 845K. A Hall of Famer, Barbara Enright, has 565,000. And the underdog, or going in at 50th, is Judith Elto with 3,400 in chips. So good luck to those ladies. Event number 71, the 10K, deuce to 7, low ball triple draw. Hold on, you guys. I don't know if I wrote down the stats for that. I did not. Sorry. I skipped over that one. If somebody wants to look them up, that's great. Event number 72, the 10K Super Turbo Bounty, 8-handed. The winner is Rainier Kemp, took home 892,000, and YUYA Arito took home second place for 595,000. There was 7.6 million in the prize pool. 122 got paid. I have no idea how many were in that tournament because that stat is no longer listed on the information that you can see on the app. So the last tournament I have for you as far as updates is number 73, the $1,500 8-game mixed. $1 million in the prize pool, 789 in the field, 167 are left, with 184,000 waiting for the first place winner. The chip leader right now is Richard Bay has 1.6 million, and John Crescend has 497,000. Some notables still in it to win it. Kameski, Boatman, and number 43 has an unusual name. Chicken Bok Bok is also in it to win it. So there you go. Those are your updates from yesterday at the WSOP.
Okay, so for the deuce to 7, first place right now is Matthew Schreiber with 1.8 million chips. Second place is Nick Schulman with 1.265 million chips. And third place is Yuri Desavent. Yeah, the guy with the cool mustache at 1.2 million chips. Also of note from that tournament was Scott Bowman's Stone Bubbles, which kept him from taking over the Player of the Year leader board right now.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And for those of you
Okay.
asking, how is that possible when Benny has 3 bracelets? WSP responded that Scott Bowman is less than 50 points behind because he has 1 bracelet, 1 second place, another 2 final tables, and 7 additional cashes this series.
Amazing. All right, I'm going to welcome Avi, and I see Cookie Monster down in the audience. I'm going to invite him to come give us an update on his poker too. Hey, Avi, how are you?
Yo, I'm good. So I have these tickets on Global Poker I have to use, and there's a 200K mystery bounty tournament tomorrow, and I have $499 tries to get in there. Last time it only took 1, so I'm not
Let's
gonna say I'm
go.
expecting it, but I'm pretty hopeful on my chances to get into that tournament tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. And the way it worked last time, you're already in the mystery bounty money. Any bounty you get or any knockout you get will get you a bounty. And I think just because of when this is, that 200K prize pool, I don't think it's going to be divided more than like by 400 people. So the average prize back is, it seems like there's going to be a lot of money in it.
Awesome. Good for you. I'm glad you have 4 chances at it. That's awesome. Odds are in your favor, Avi.
As long as I don't play like
Very
a
cool.
total tilted psycho, which I kind of have a little bit lately, I don't.
Uh-oh. Yeah, let's not do that. Come on now. Think back to those days when you guys were doing the fantasy football league and you went on tilt and you traded and you screwed over your own team and you probably could have won money, more money. Remember those days of tilt and that fantasy league? Don't do that,
I should have
Avi.
come in first with the
You'll
team
re-
I was working with Slay on, where he was saying that's a terrible trade. It was the best trade ever.
yeah. So remember that as a reminder not to go on tilt because you're costing yourself, no one else. The only one who pays the price when you go on tilt is you.
Shout
So
out
don't do
Jonathan,
it.
the winner of the Nomadic League or whichever league it was. Yeah, the Nomadic League.
Is it the nomadic, the fats, or the
I think
scumtorial
it
league?
was the
I'm so
shit show
confused.
league, I think was the official name at the end.
Yes, yes, definitely. Cookie Monster, if you have time, you may already be sitting at a table for all I know in an early morning deep stack or something crazy. But Cookie Monster, we'd love to hear about your poker if you want to come up, bud, for sure. All right, ASG, anything else you want to bring up?
Uh, don't think so. Speaking of the Gold Lounge at Old Red, there was a presentation of the $1 million check yesterday.
Yes, there was. They honored their word and gave it out yesterday. So here we are. All right, I'm gonna pivot over to Cookie Monster because I'm sure he's gonna be playing if he isn't already. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Sherry. I'm doing doing well. Actually, I'm indulging on a $43 brunch with unlimited mimosas, so I don't know if I'm playing today.
That's a good reason not to play. That sounds amazing.
So I'm 3 deep already, so I don't know. Um,
I love it.
but no,
So did you play yesterday? Tell us what you've been doing besides enjoying some champagne.
so I had a 3 tournament schedule that I came out here with. The 3K. I tried an $1,100 satellite to the Win Summer Championship, and I busted both of those, and then I am playing the mini main, and around that I attended a charity event meetup game with Chad Holloway and Poker News yesterday, and I'm probably going to go to the meetup game at Resort Worlds, the poker. What is it?
Oh, Poker
Yeah,
Stars.
Poker Stars. Yeah, with the NAPT seat up for grabs.
Right. I was hoping to get over there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but and I was trying to go to last night's Poker News, but honestly, I took a late afternoon nap and slept too long to
It was
get over
great.
there.
I mean, I played 4-8 limit, 7 game mixed, and it was a blast. It really was because none of us knew every
Awesome.
game, and we just kept getting the money in and trying to find out who won at the end. So
Who won the D Neg signed poster?
I left a little bit early, so I do not know. I did see it
Okay,
there, but
maybe he'll post
I
it.
only won 2 tickets, and I gave them away. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, you can actually lose a lot of money in a limit game. I had forgotten.
Yeah.
So, oh, how are
That's
things
so
going for you,
fun.
Sherry?
It's going great, thank you. Been a little bit busy the last couple days. Well, probably the last 10 days. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit worn out, but I'm going to take a break today and go to a anniversary party. So that should recharge the battery because I'll be with some friends that I've known over 30 years.
Now, I had talked to Christina Baby Shark about meeting up with her, and I recently found out that you have done away with her.
Yeah. God rest her
Yes,
soul. Rest in peace, baby
you
shark.
ruined my meeting, Sherry. I just
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that was funny. I really
Oh,
love that.
well, thanks. We thought we'd have a little fun with it for sure. If you can't make fun of yourself, who can you make fun of?
Absolutely. So that's what I've been doing. Actually, hanging out in the poker lounge, just laughing because I mean the bottom line is 85% of people end up with zero at the end. It is you just really have to take it for what it's worth. Poker's a great game. It's fun, win or lose. It is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, I forgot this, and I'm about to have to drop down to listener. But yeah, I went to Jen Shahadi's chess salmo.
Oh, that's another thing I
Yeah,
slept through last night. I'm so mad.
yeah, I just wanted to mention it. It was nice. I went on my break in the Gladiator, so I missed the very beginning of it. But Andreas Froel was there, and he she gives the one that lasts the longest, like she gives them a draw. So he lasted the longest, so he got a draw with her. Um, but yeah, it was
Oh, that's
nice.
so cool. I didn't realize he was playing.
Well, I didn't know who would be there. There were just a few people in the Sama, but
Oh,
they did it right
that's
there
awesome.
in the poker.org lounge. And
Right.
I was there for the last part of it. My husband was there the whole time. And it was nice.
I love that. I hate I missed that. I really was going to go to that, and I don't know, 4:30 or 5 o'clock rolled around yesterday, and I had already done the space, and then I had to do that interview thing, and but and then Blue and I hung out for a while, and after all that, I was like, I need a nap. Let me get a nap. And I actually set my alarm for 6 o'clock, and it was like quarter to five. And I thought, okay, we'll see how I feel at 6. And at 6, that alarm went off, and it went, yeah, just as fast as it went off, it went on, it went off. I clicked it off and just, remained asleep, so to speak. And I hate I missed that. I did want to go see that chess exhibition.
Yeah, and
How fun.
Jen went pretty deep in the day two ladies. So I wasn't even sure if it was going to happen, but then she busted, mid afternoon, I think. Yeah.
I love that they're doing all those special events in the lounge. For those that don't know, uh, there's something called the poker.org Legends Lounge, and it sort of has a speakeasy vibe when you walk in, and they're doing all kind of special events. Like yesterday, Jen Shahadi, who's a grandmaster chess player, took on 5 or 6 opponents at one time. They're going to have comedians, book signings. So check their list of events because free of charge, and it's a great place to hang out. They have free snacks and drinks, and yeah, definitely a cool place. So I don't know what they have going today, but I'm sure they have something going today. I need to look that up. I might be able to participate before I leave for the party. But anyway, very cool. Karen, I know you have to jet out the door because you're going to play that gladiator today. So good luck. I know you'll still be listening as you're running around. So no worries. Appreciate it. Cookie Monster, I want to say to you that I love that you love your tweets with your son. Love his spirit, and I love the relationship you share with us.
Thank you, Sherry. Andrew's the light of my life. He is the happiest guy on earth. And for those of you who are listening, I have a 23-year-old with Down syndrome who is very, very high functioning, especially socially. This kid, he just, this is when like when you see me, that you're really seeing him. So thank you for that.
And yeah, he is a delight. He has just got the best spirit. And your relationship with him is amazing. Like, I just love when you tweet. I love when you guys are doing something, and it's just awesome.
Th-
Good for you
yeah,
guys.
thank you, Sherry. Actually, I used to get into politics and this and that. It's like once I turned my account over to just to my son and then some poker, like my life is just so much better on Twitter.
Right.
It is.
Oh, I can't agree more, and unfortunately nobody can have a sane conversation about politics anymore.
Yeah,
So
I just
why
avoid it.
even go down that road?
Right. And
Yeah, I get it.
Andrew's positivity, right? Phil Hellmuth doesn't even
Oh
know
my God.
positivity. Okay.
Yeah, Andrew's the best. And when he has like wearing one of his favorite t-shirts, and I love it so
I
much.
thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping by this morning. And have a glass of champagne for me
I'm off
because
for it now.
I've been a little
Yep,
busy.
I'm doing it. One for you and one for me. And I will see you down the road, Sherry, and everybody else. Have a great day.
Absolutely. Thanks. Appreciate you. Good
Bye bye.
luck. And we will definitely meet up, my
Yep,
friend.
thank you.
You bet. All right, eyes them off. Do you have any casino history to share with us today?
Sure, just let me grab that.
Sure, absolutely. No problem. Yep. While he's doing that, I'm going to do some winners around town. How about that? Over at the Aria, Ting Zhao took down a field of 394 women in the ladies event. She won event number 29, the Bet MGM Aria Poker Classic Ladies Mystery Bounty Tournament, and she took home 33,000 in the prize pool plus 29,000 in bounties for over 62,000 to stuff in her Louis Vuitton. So over at the Win Arthur, I'm going to spell it. I think it's I don't know. It's Martirosian. Took down the $3,500 no limit tournament for over $1 million. There was a field of 2,091. That was over at the Win. The second place finisher of that event was Lee Yu, who took home 702,000. Over at the Venetian, Kathy Kohlberg took down via a three-way chop, event number 63, the Super Seniors event for 51,000. So that's a few winners around town, and I'll get to Avi first. I will move back to Isaac. Go ahead, Avi.
Martesian?
I think it's Martesian. I think it is. I think you're right. Sorry, you guys. I have a desert frog in my throat for the last 2 days. Isaac, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, we're gonna start on some Fremont places today. So let's see. I think I've done Golden Nugget and Binions before. So let's
Yes.
go to El Cortez, the last OG standing. Built in 1941, the El Cortez is the oldest continuously operating casino in Las Vegas. When it opened, it was basically the strip before the strip. The property was so profitable early that Bugsy Siegel and Meyer Lansky both bought in, hoping to use it as a bankroll to finance the Flamingo. The El Cortez was always known for its locals vibe, low stakes tables, and classic style. No pretense, just pure Vegas soul. Despite changes all around it, the El Cortez still runs coin slots, still has that unmistakable red neon glow, and still feels like stepping back in time. It was even added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2013. Things you might not know is that mobsters use the upstairs rooms for private business and gaming tests. One of the rooms has reportedly never been remodeled. It still has furniture from the 1940s. You can actually request to stay in it if you're into vintage energy or possibly ghosts. Um, Next, I have the Fremont Hotel and Casino, uh, Glitter Gulch's Anchor. Opened in 1956, the Fremont was the tallest building in Nevada at the time. It helped turn Fremont Street into Glitter Gulch, a dense strip of neon signs, jazz bars, and fast action. With its prime location and steady foot traffic, the Fremont was always a working class casino. You didn't need to be rich, but you did need to love action. It was also one of the first casinos to really lean into slot tournaments and all day promotions for locals. The Fremont was a go to for entertainers in the 60s and 70s and later became part of the Boyd gaming empire. it still punches above its weight with food deals, low limit tables, and no frills vibes that keeps the regulars coming back. Some things you may not know is that Wayne Newton got one of his first regular Vegas gigs at the Fremont Lounge. Also, the Fremont Sportsbook was one of the first to allow parlay betting downtown, long before it became the standard practice. And those are the two I have for today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that history lesson of the El Cortez and the Fremont Hotel and Casino. Um, as most of us in this space, we love to learn new things about Vegas, and I appreciate Isaac providing that for us this summer. It's been fun to learn some fun facts. Like, I didn't realize that hotel was the tallest one at its time, the tallest building in Vegas of its time. And yeah, it's fun to learn that stuff. Thank you,
No, no,
Isaac.
no problem, no problem. It's really fun for me because I love history as well. And I will say that, when you look at Fremont, Fremont set all the precedences. So it's really cool to know more about it. I got a couple more in the next few days that I'll talk about too that are really special to me. So super dope. Thanks.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, buddy. All right. I'm trying to look at my notes. Oh, you know what? I am definitely going to post a picture of my notes. I'm going to go around the horn. Avi, you have anything else you'd like to discuss this morning?
I finally got my 500K score club yesterday, and I was like really, really stoked on it.
Wait, you got your, say that again. Your 500.
I have the goal for 2 months.
Oh, we can't hear you. Am I the only one that
No,
can't hear
I
him?
heard him. I believe he said that he hit his 500K a score goal, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I've been
awesome.
chasing it for 2 months, and I finally got it yesterday, and like I crushed it too. I almost got 600,000.
Good for you. Very good, Avi. That's amazing. Very cool. Congrats. All right, Dana, any last thoughts or comments?
Questions, but not just
Yes, or questions.
um around town, there's other events happening and stuff. And how do people, like that one had over 2,000 entries? Is it just word of mouth that everybody's going to this one particular tournament, or is it just kind of like organic? And then I also had another question. If I might just message you directly, I don't know. But
All right.
like
I don't know.
how,
My phone is.
like I cut out
Okay.
because I was putting my words together. I apologize. um how people even get started with like out a bankroll, because like folks like me, when we do go play or we play online, it's technically gambling because we don't have like an official bankroll. So anyway, that's been
All
kind of
right.
swimming
So
around my
that's
mind.
all right. Let's talk about the first thing you asked was um, why are they flocking to certain tournaments, right? So to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. So most of it has to do with rate of return. And I'll give you an example that I spoke about, I think, yesterday. Pardon me. Um, the daily deep stacks have taken a life of their own on this year. Like, it's crazy the amount of numbers that are going on. And it just basically is simple math. I ran into somebody and he said to me, look, I buy into the $250 Thursday daily deep stack, senior citizen or seniors deep excuse me, seniors deep stack on Thursdays for $250. I play for one day and there's $27,000 waiting for me at first place. Or I can pay $10,000 and play the main event for 5 days and make $30,000. So it's their, they look at the rate of return and the structures, and they decide, okay. I'm going there. And guess what? Then they speak to their friends. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going there because blah, blah, blah. And it's really just word of mouth or people doing their own math, so to speak. Um, and that's why a lot are playing at the Win even or at the Venetian. But the daily deep stacks have definitely taken a life of their own on because the rate of return is ridiculous for the for what you're buying in for. It's ridiculous. I think I meant to look it up. I think the 4 p.m. I meant to look it up. ASG, if you can look it up really quick, I'd appreciate it. But I think the 4 p.m. deep stack yesterday got over 100,000 in its price pool. That's crazy for a $400 buy-in.
Good grief.
Yeah. So it's just the math. That's why they flock to wherever. Simple math.
I have no
So,
idea how to look that up, but I,
oh, on the app. On the app. Okay. I'm going to talk about one other thing and then I'll try to look that up.
okay. But I will
Okay.
say those deep stacks, they're $50 rake on a $250 buy-in. So any talk about people go anywhere because nobody seems to care about the rake. They all care about the prize pool size. So
Wait, you said there's how much rake on the tournament?
$50 comes out of the
Okay.
$250 buy-in.
Okay, thank you. For some reason I was trying to look up something else and I thought you said something else. That's why I just
So
asked
that's
again
like
because I was half
20% rake.
listening.
Yeah.
I was half listening. But anyway, I posted in the chat, you guys, my notes I was trying to decipher this morning. And you can see that I write them up on the first day of the tournament. And then I just keep changing or adding notes every day that I'm trying to read off of. So when I'm stumbling, you see why. When I'm on the road, it's handwritten and it's nuts. And don't make fun of my spelling and my shortcuts. But that's what my notes look like that I'm trying to read off of. So just an FYI, because I alluded to it earlier. I'm going to try to look up if anybody else wants to bring up something. Oh, the other thing you mentioned, Dana, was remind me what else was your
Yeah.
bankroll. Okay,
Just starting a
so
bankroll, not just bankroll management, which I study
right, right.
relentlessly, but I don't really know even how to, besides winning, generate
Well, I'm going to
one.
tell you how. I'm going to tell you how. A lot of people do it. They get an additional job. They go Uber, or they DoorDash, or they, try to pick up some extra work somewhere, and they build that bankroll before they start to play the bankroll.
Okay.
So many take that path that they just get outside jobs
Mm-hmm.
or ways to, get money in their pocket for their bankroll. Some, of course, look for staking deals, um, and that's harder when you haven't proven yourself on the felt, right?
Right.
Unless you, like, I have friends and family that just love me so much they're willing to stake me. um, even when I was, even before I even got really serious, they're like, let me pay for your, and that's out of love,
Right.
right? And so there are people, you may have friends or family members out there that would do that for you. If you put out a message, maybe on your Facebook. I wouldn't do it on Twitter because it's a little more private on Facebook because
Yeah.
those people are your close friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if anybody would like to stake me, I'm a starting player, new to poker, whatever. I'm trying to build my bankroll. I mean, you could put it out there and maybe get some help from families and friends. But the easiest, for me, the quickest answer is to supplement your income somehow and just dedicate that money to your poker.
Yeah.
And that's what I did with my peach stand. And then I also Ubered after my mom passed away just because I needed something to do to occupy my time. And so my Ubering money also went to my bankroll. So there are ways of doing it. I suggest you build that bankroll up before you hit the road to play. It's just easier because then you're not so worried about money when you're playing because it does influence your play.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Isaac.
I'll also say playing online. There are tons of free rolls.
Yes.
There are tons of free rolls. I mean,
Oh, that's what I do primarily
yeah,
is
even
free
even with
roll.
us in GVG, you already see how we do doing all those
Mhm.
small like micro buy-ins and whatnot. I know some
Yeah,
people that have spun some of that up and they've taken off with it. Um,
A lot of people have done it, spinning it up
yep.
online.
yep. I've made, usually I just turn around and go back to zero. You know what I mean? Like, but oh, I've got a bankroll.
Well, that's part of the lesson, though. Like you start to get something, and I mean, a lot of players are gonna that put out bankroll information and everything, or just like what's known
Mhm.
out there. You want like 10,000 buy-ins and whatnot. I mean, obviously, some of those things don't seem realistic at the beginning when you only got a few
Right.
bucks, right? But it's like anything. You got to play to what you're doing. A lot of the people that are huge names now, they were all online grinders playing sitting goes that were like, 25 cents and 50 cents, at one point.
Exactly.
So I think what Sherry said is very true. If you can create some kind of income on the side that can end up being your bankroll, that's very good. It's a combination of things in at the end of it. So
Yeah.
just keep going for those free
And
rolls.
So basically, I'm
Eventually
right.
doing
you're building your
exactly
skill
what.
set too, you know?
Yeah, I'm doing exactly like almost all of that. Um, I'm always on the hunt for extra work too. But yeah,
Well, and I know it's hard to be patient while you're building that bankroll because you want to play. I get that. I'm here in Vegas and I'm like, I'm not taking any more money out of the ATM. Like, I'm just not.
yeah,
I've been here so many days and I've done so much, including slot play. My budget is blown this trip. And normally I'm really a stickler to stay within my
hmm,
budget. But there were just some, I don't know. There was just a day that I took $200 extra. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I did. But I also don't like doing that because I do set a budget and I try very hard to stay within that budget. And sometimes it's hard.
yeah.
And sometimes, yeah, I'm just going to take an extra 200 and say, to hell with my
I
budgets. Doesn't happen very often, but
mhm.
and I prefer not to. But you got to stay patient while you're building that bankroll. I guess is my
Yeah.
point too. So
FOMO is testing my patience. That's all, and that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
the things that have been swimming in my mind. I appreciate all of your ideas and
Well,
feedback, guys. I really appreciate it.
Well, and let me say to you, let that FOMO be your motivator, right? So, next year you want to be right here with us. And so now you have 12 months to do this. How much do you need to put away every month to have that bankroll ready for Vegas next year? And I'm going to tell you one thing I did do a few years back. Oh, it's probably been 7 or 8 years ago. It may have been the year before my mom passed. Anyway, 7, 8 years ago, um, I had like an idea of these specific tournaments I wanted to play the following year at the WSOP. So I took white envelopes and I wrote each tournament on that envelope and the buy in amount. And I put money in each of those envelopes until I had them all filled and ready to go for the next WSOP.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, so that's another idea.
Hmm.
So, pick out the tournament you're interested in and then make out a game plan of how much money you need every month to put away to meet your expenses and your buy-ins to come to Vegas. You got to have a plan. You got to write that plan down, execute the plan to get to the main goal, which is coming to the WSOP next year. That's all I got for you.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
Cal Love. You bet.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. How are
I'm
you?
good, thank you. And
Awesome.
thank you, Dana, for your question. I'm kind of wondering the same thing. And I also had a question. I have some time right now, and I do need a break. And I definitely want to go to Vegas. what do you suggest, like as a female, and I'll be going by myself. Um, like where to stay, like how? What do you suggest?
Okay, so um, you, for me and the way I've always looked at it, when I come to Vegas, I always try to stay in the central part of the strip. So that would be your Flamingo, your Harrah's, your Horseshoe, your Planet Hollywood. Um, because I'm a poker player, I prefer to stay at a hotel that or casino that has a poker room so that I don't have to go outside or even take an Uber back to my hotel at 4 a.m. when I'm done playing poker.
That's
So I try to stay somewhere with a
that's
poker
really good
room.
advice.
South Point.
South Point.
So, yeah, South Point is a great one if it's not during a series like the WPT or the WSOP, because then you have to take an Uber unless you rent a car to get over to those series. And that'll cost you 30, 40, even in prime time, probably $50 one way in an Uber. So, because they don't have a shuttle to the strip anymore. So, if it's not during a series and you come, I would highly recommend South Point because it's a self contained hotel and casino, meaning you don't ever have to step out of the back cave because they have restaurants, coffee shops, ice cream shops, steakhouse, Oriental food. They have a bowling alley. They have a
Well,
movie theater. They have when the Cowboys are in town, they have the rodeo. uh, and so you never literally have to leave South Point. They have a poker room, which is fabulous, and they have slots galore. They have $5 craps if you like to play craps. um, so a self-contained, what I call a self-contained casino hotel, is also a great
that's
option.
great advice. Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else want to contribute to that
Yeah, sure.
topic?
I mean, also, I would say if you're not going to stay on the strip, look at surrounding properties. Something like just like Sherry mentioned, South Point. There's the Orleans. Orleans is fantastic. Another thing I would suggest, because if you do this ahead of time, it can be very beneficial. Is like, for example, Sherry mentioned the Flamingo and Horseshoe and Harrah's. Those are all Caesar's properties. So get a Caesar's Rewards account now. It's an app.
Yes, I have one of those.
Yeah,
Thank
so you
goodness.
download that, and then it's great because once you build a relationship online, at least you get offers. You may not get the comps and everything that used to exist, but there's a lot of benefits to doing it. MGM is another good one to get their app and check that out as well. And then there's other things too, like there's cheaptickets.com, and that's great for finding like a deal on something on or near the strip.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, and the key here, and those are great ideas,
Thank you.
but because you mentioned the fact that you're a female, I'm assuming that you're concerned about safety. And
Yes.
so remember, when you don't stay on the strip or you stay at one of those standalone casinos and hotels, then you're going to have to take Ubers, taxis, buses, shuttles to wherever you want to go. So um, that's just something I always keep in mind.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you are able to have a roommate or a partner, somebody be bopping around with you, I would suggest that.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely. But-
and mace, I would find out what the concealed carry laws are in Las Vegas, and whatever you can carry it
Wasp
and
spray.
know how to use it.
If you can carry wasp spray, I heard that's like the best. We can.
Oh,
I mean, genuinely, we cannot carry around a big thing of wasp spray. But yes, actually, that's one of the best things you can use because you can shoot it 25 feet away, and it's
wow.
dielectric, and it'll cause a heart attack and like instantly. Most people don't know
Wow.
that, but yeah, instead of mace or pepper spray, if you're in the woods or even on the street, in your car, though, it's a great thing. Keep it in your car instead of a baseball bat. Keep a thing of wasp spray.
I've watched too many pyrotechnic stuff. I was going to say you could carry the wasp spray and a lighter. Just in double,
All
double.
right, we are not promoting all of this stuff. We are moving right along, people.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Dana. And as always, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Oh, and I want to congratulate Karen. I've been following her, and I've been seeing some of her winnings, and she's been doing great. I just want to say congratulations.
She's been doing great. She is grinding it out, grinding it out. Go, Karen, go, girl. Go, go, go. All right. Hey, Isaac, do you have anything else you'd like to bring up?
Green Riser Gang lands in Vegas tomorrow.
Whoop,
We'll be
whoop.
doing our 2 week stint. We have the GVG house. It's not too far from South Point. Yeah,
There it is.
yeah. And see, and
I
that's
might
another one,
have to move
Kellogg,
in if I
for
do.
Well, if you're
next
gonna be
year.
there for 2 weeks, that'll be great.
Yeah, see, and that's another thing. Like I said, like we're gonna be there for 2 weeks. We're doing this every year. This is our second year, and we're doing it next year. So just know, and if you plan ahead, you can join us. If any of the gang is in Vegas and you don't know where to lay your head, like always, you're part of the gang. Just let it be known that you want to go or that you're coming. And I mean, I'm gonna have a vehicle because Vegas is a very tough place and a very expensive place without a vehicle if you're not centrally located. So you definitely just want to make your intentions known because that's how it all happens in the end, Kellogg. A couple of years ago, I won a random ass tournament. I said I wanted to go to the WSOP. I put it out there, and it happened. So it can happen. It can happen.
I believe it,
Absolutely.
and it'll give you.
That's
That's awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, I feel better. I don't. Well, I want to see gang anyway in real life. That's been my thing for like 2 years. So that would be awesome. Just to meet up and see y'all. Yeah, that would be awesome. So
Awesome.
thank you.
Very cool. And Isaac, you just reminded me, I haven't yet to book 2 nights for my last 2 nights stay here because I've booked through July 1st and then I changed it to July 3rd on my airline ticket, but I didn't do my room. So I need to do that today, but I might be crashing in a sleeping bag in that Green Visor Gang
Hey,
house
you
there.
just say the word, okay? You just
Oh
say the word.
shit. I just remembered I don't have a room. I'm going to go downstairs and see if they'll extend me if they have the space. And
Do you have the app?
honestly, I have
Do you have
friends
the
that
app?
live here. I do, but it's just better to go to VIP and
Hell
just say,
yeah.
hey, I
Yeah,
need
I
two
agree
nights.
with that. No, I agree with that. And also, I always like to check last minute cancellations and stuff like that. Yeah, super plus.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I typically either call or go in person. I never use the app to book because believe it or not, I found out a long time ago you get better offers when you
Oh,
talk to a
yeah.
person.
I will say this, the best room I've ever gotten in Vegas for a great price was at the Encore. And that was because what I did was
Nice.
I learned that a lot of times if you check third party websites like cheap tickets or any of those and you see a rate, you can call the casino and be like, hey, do you guys
Yep.
honor third party rates? And you'd be surprised how
Yep.
many times they're gonna honor that rate because they would rather have a direct relationship with you than pay some kind
Yep.
of 25% fee to that booking site. So,
Yep.
you know,
100%. So yeah, I gotta do that when I go down. I have to leave. I better set my alarm. I'm gonna forget that and I'll be fucking homeless come
no, you
1st of
won't.
July.
No, you
But you
won't.
just fucking reminded me of that and now I'm like, holy shit, Sherry.
Hey, we got you if you need it. You already know.
I appreciate that. I know you do, and I'm joking because I could also stay with my friends who are having the anniversary today. But it's just funny because now I'm like, oh shit, I definitely need to go find a room today. But appreciate that offer anyway, my friend. I can't wait for you guys to get here. Hello.
Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning.
Yes. Welcoming exec deck as soon as he connects. Go ahead, exec deck. Go ahead, exec deck.
Hey, Sherry. Good to hear from you
Hey, bud.
today. How's it going?
It's
So,
going well, thank you.
I just wanted to chime in. One of my best tips for Vegas is to budget tipping. into into your overall budget, because on one end, it just a karmic thing for me, and it always pays off. It's a little bit self-serving, but when you check into the hotel, tip them before you even start talking to them. When you get to the valet or parking or anything, tip these people, because it'll come back tenfold every single time. I mean, I can't stress it
Every
enough.
time.
This last time I was checking
Every
in the
time.
hotel, I could tell the guy was having a bad day. Walked up, slipped him a 20, and just said, "Hey, man, hope your day gets better. Maybe this will kick off a start." He upgraded my room. He gave me free parking for the day or for the whole trip, and it literally came back tenfold right then. And so budget that in. That's my tip.
That's a great tip. Tipping gets you a long way in Vegas.
And if you're
A
if you're
long
coming
way.
to Vegas, Kellogg, and I'm there, I'll pick you up from the airport, and you got some GVG support for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure.
And for the record, there's nothing more fun than a carload of GVG guys.
Oh
Let me
my
just tell
gosh, I
you.
can't. That would be a blast. A blast. Thank you, Executive.
Yeah,
Thank you
you'll
so
have your
much.
own like private security.
Hey, especially if I'm the driver, right, Sherry?
Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to tell the story. So we are at the meetup game, and of course, I had booked the Japanese restaurant, which is phenomenal for dinner. So Isaac volunteers, after we ask him to drive us to the restaurant. And so he said, "Yeah, I've got my Civic here or something. Yeah, we'll all fit in my Civic." And I thought he was joking. Like I thought he was joking. And so we go down to the parking lot, and of course, took us a minute or two to accomplish that goal. And lo and behold, he has a Honda Civic. And there is five of us gonna get in this Honda Civic. Now I am a big girl. I'm tall. I'm 5'9". I'm the smallest one there. Well, no, Exec Deck is probably and Reaper. But you get the point. They're tall. Everybody's tall and got legs, and oh my God, we were laughing so hard. And let me just say, if you ever need to get out of town because you did something bad, you just make sure Isaac is your driver, because there ain't no way in hell they're going to catch him. I promise you, we were on two wheels. We were screaming. We were like, let us out. I thought my son was going to have a heart attack. He was pushing his foot through the floor trying to put the brakes on like it was amazing. And we were laughing the whole time. It was amazing. Isaac's a maniac, though. So if you can't take that kind of driving, don't get in the car with
Hey, hey,
Isaac.
hey.
Or if you do,
Okay,
make sure you have gummies.
first off, before you sully my driving name here, I gotta say, considering the circumstances, right? Because, okay, now we went to the car. Sherry's son still had to go to the cages and cash out. We had to pick him up at the front of the casino, and we had to do all of this in about 10 minutes to make our reservation, right? So, yeah, your boy had to get creative, right? We had to challenge life and traffic laws, right?
Okay, so let me just stop you right there and say we all knew we were in trouble when we pulled out of the parking deck, and we were going to go to pick up my son around the front because he was going to cash in mine and Isaac's chips for us. And so we come out of the parking garage, and this joker wants to go left on a one way that's going the opposite way. And we're like, oh, hell no, you can't do that. I said, you can't do that. He's like, oh, yeah, why not? We're like, nope, no, 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 no. So he whips around the bushes and found a little way to go through. Not through the bushes. There was an actual road, cut through to go in the correct direction. We knew we were in trouble when the man wanted to go down a one way street the wrong way. Come on, Isaac. But we did make it there with 30 seconds to spare, I think.
Yeah, we literally
he
were
Creative
did
there like
he
driving.
1
did
minute.
display some control by not going the wrong way, which I would have done too. I was rooting him on. I was like, go, go, go. But he did display some control and got us there on times. He did great. Kudos.
It was
I love
amazing.
it.
It was amazing.
But yeah.
But there was this one time that we all put on the brakes for him. I can tell you that.
We were packed in the
Oh,
back
shit.
seat, and I crashed or not, I wasn't moving. I wasn't going anywhere, so I felt safe.
We were snug as bugs in
Yeah.
that back seat. Oh, God. Good times. Good times. Love it. How fun. All right. ASG, you have anything you'd like to bring up or questions or anything, bud?
No, I don't think so.
All right, buddy. No worries. Okay. Anybody else? Exec deck.
Oh, just love to hear from you guys. I'm on the road driving to Arizona to pick up some family members that are moving in with me, and so this made my drive really enjoyable. Got a big smile on my face, so
Oh,
appreciate you as usual. Love you, Asimov, Kellogg, Dana, Karen, everybody here. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.
Love you, bro. Safe travels.
thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Be
Love you
safe.
too.
Love you
Yeah,
too, Dad.
definitely be safe. Definitely be safe. Love you too, buddy. Appreciate you. Dana, anything else, babe?
I love y'all too.
We love you too, Dana. Ah, we're turning it into a shit show, aren't we? Go ahead, Killa. Anything else you'd like to bring up or add?
No, 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 no. This has been great. Thank you. It's been a great start to my day. I appreciate all of you and I love you all so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you joining us. Love you too, babe. All right, Isaac, what you got? Anything
Hey,
else or
until tomorrow, love, peace, and poker, y'all.
love it? Love, peace, and poker. Be safe driving here tomorrow, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and Dana, if
You
you're
bet.
playing online, you should look us up at GVG. We do have free rolls and little
She's in
small
the
cash
gang,
games.
Kelov. She's in the server actually.
She
Yep.
is?
Yeah,
I've
she's
blown
already
through my
joined us.
$5 already.
All right. Well,
Speaking
I
of
can't wait to
Isaac,
see you on
I'm
film.
gonna probably. Oh, go ahead.
I'm
I'm
through.
sorry. Uh, Isaac, I'll probably try to do the drawing for that other pass tomorrow or the next
Yeah, let's
day.
do it. You just let me
I
know
gotta
when.
remember to do that. Yeah, we'll have to do that. I've just been, it's a little crazy. And plus, those Dana, by the way, I keep forgetting to tell you, the package from Raver did arrive on Thursday, I think it was. So when I'm going to pick it up, yeah, I'm going to get it when I go to the anniversary party. So we're going to do the drawings for those and the pass all at the same time. So that's kind of what
Sweet.
I've been waiting to do.
Yeah, I was
So
going to message you about that. I keep forgetting to remind myself to send a message to you about that, but good. I'm glad y'all got it.
yeah, we get to it eventually, Dana. I promise. We do get to it eventually. Go ahead, exec deck.
Thanks. Just a quick little tip on that pass. So our holders games are every Tuesday and Saturday. So tomorrow's game is for me 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And if you give it out tomorrow, they can play in tomorrow's holder games. It's always a good one with a good payout. So just a thought.
Hey, my guy. Just a quick
Wait, well,
reminder. Today's Saturday,
it's
so
it is
Oh
Saturday.
shit, it's
I was
Saturday.
like,
Oh
wait.
yeah. Let's go. Let's.
I
Whoops.
was like, wait a minute. Is this a trick question
Oh
or a
yeah.
trick?
I'm a little warped. I've got so much stuff going on, but oh well. Scratch
I
that.
was like, I promise. I thought he said Saturday.
it's all good. It's
Whoops.
all good.
No
Thank you for the
worries.
reminder.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. We're all in this together. I love
But
it so
yeah,
much. Well, I appreciate.
no, I was
Go
just
ahead,
gonna
Isaac.
say, yeah, like our holders games are Tuesdays and Thursdays, depending on how many passes you have. There's also a max minor game that just happened a couple days ago. Um, and then there's the end of the month tournament, and that's regardless of if you just own one pass or not, right? So if you own just one pass, you get an entry into 2 games a week and one extra game a month, right? And each one of those, I mean, at the top, it's like $100 to $150 top prize and whatnot. It's a great way to get your gaming in and a great way to build your bankroll, right? So good luck. I hope that I hope you
Right
win it,
on.
Dana, because that would actually be awesome.
Thank you. Hey, can I I'll be bugging you for, what to do and where and when and stuff. Okay?
Absolutely, you already know.
He'll take good care of you. All right, you guys, I'm going to log off because I got things to do this afternoon that I got to get ready for. I
Oh,
appreciate
but
all of you
sorry, I
listening.
forgot to give a recommendation you would appreciate.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sign up for My Vegas slots because they're linked to MGM, and then you can start getting your MGM comps even before you get there.
Wait a minute. Is that a paid site or free
That's
site?
a free site with the they give you the free slot money, and then yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right,
Last thing I
Isaac,
want
go
to
ahead.
say, Sherry, make sure you get some kind of like really good natural juice in you, or go get you a little booster juice from anywhere you can. If you don't know where, tell me and I'll find it for you. Okay, because I know Whole Foods ain't that close to the strip.
Yep.
But yeah, you definitely, since you're recharging today, like recharge that battery for real, for real.
Well, and I've been taking magnesium and calcium and vitamin C and vitamin D and my B12 shots. And honestly, I should have just kept my happy ass in my room last night. But at about 10 p.m., I'm like, oh, let me go. I still have a slot slip in my purse. Let me go play the slots for a little while. And of course, that turned into, let me go see the final table of the championship, the poker players championship. And then oh, let me go look at that whatever tournament was over there. Anyway, 12:30 here I am. So what I'm going to do is get ready for my day and then I'm going to try to take a nap before I go to the anniversary party. I feel pretty decent today for sure. Way better than I did like 2 or 3 days ago. I was really struggling, but I appreciate that suggestion for sure. The smoke is definitely catching up to my throat. But I'm going to sign off, you guys, because I do have stuff to do. Appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're listening at a future time, I thank you as well. And those down in the anonymous listeners earlier, appreciate them too. I'm sure they were trying to get the tea, and God bless them that their lives are so shallow, they have nothing else better to do. So have a great day. If you're on the felt, good luck, people. If you're not, get out and touch the grass, get off social media, enjoy your family, give them some hugs and kisses. Much love, and thank you all. Have a great day.